between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Mississippi State's offense comes onto the field first today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they've been proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open.
There he goes. Makes it past the marker. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Bulldogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. They give it to him again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, what a move. Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They were rolling with the option, and the quarterback kept it, but he couldn't hang on to the football.
I'm impressed with this defense. They are locked in and defending the option right now. Guys are playing assignment football, and they're just doing a great job with their eye discipline. They saw the QB pull that ball. They knew exactly who had it. They got to him and created a turnover.
Leaves it with the running back. Still on his feet at the 25. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop. But you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Turning it on. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
The Bulldogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Now facing a third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the catch. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Would have just been a 47-yard field goal attempt from here, but they are thinking touchdowns and trying to move the chains here on fourth. He'll keep it himself. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Dogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, he makes the catch. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Off play action. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Flips it out on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Wants to fire on second down. A little release to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Mississippi State going up tempo. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Got his man. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Wants to throw on first down. That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's called.
power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass on second down. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Off the play fake on first down. And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Gets away. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Snagged in the middle, it's Longo. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Bulldogs want to move quickly.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's complete to the right. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Georgia lining up to punt it away. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Mississippi State right back to the line.
He was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollack, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they got him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled him. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Find some fresh air. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. They'll leave it with the lone back. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here's the handoff. Runs through a tackle. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's got it on the right. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. first down. Hauls it in. Finds a crease at the 20. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Lost to throw again. A spectacular one-hand grab. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. New center down's right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Looking to fire. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Mississippi State going up tempo. Off the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Now this offense is back on the field. They'll move the tight end. Going right to work up top. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the right. The sophomore making the big play and hauling in that pass. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Here comes the heat. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Georgia sends out the punt team. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Wide open downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. To the air on second down. He's got it. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. From the gun, the running back has it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Mississippi State right back to the line. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving.
How about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The give from the gun. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. These offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. They want to throw it. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking down the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And everything looked good on that play. The receiver does a really good job of pushing upfield and then coming inside. But what happens when you come inside? You start coming to all those bodies and those linebackers, those safeties come into play. And those alligator arms sometimes get a little bit short.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll start this drive going to the air. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Off the RPO, complete. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Zings it complete to the right. Breaks into the open. Pulled down for the tackle. Lining up to convert third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Just over 20 seconds to play before halftime. They'll have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. That's reeled in. It's Longo. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Looking downfield very late in the half. The throw to the outside is complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. The Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. They boot it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He'll pull it down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up. There he goes! Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Good work up front to get that 1st down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. The give to the back. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Oh, what a cut! He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
Wide receiver comes in motion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Barrels ahead. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. He splits the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points today. They're up by 11 over Pittsburgh. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll pull it on the read. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. And the Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Give to the running back. Can't get him to the ground. Quick spin on the ride.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the play.
And the Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. Georgia sends out the punt team. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
The play action fake. Trying to burn this defensive back. Reels it in down the left side. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sideline.
Mississippi State going up tempo.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold them here on 3rd down. Wants to throw it. Quick strike complete. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that.
Throws toward the end zone. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now the play fake. He's not afraid to go deep. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Under fire. Makes the catch. It's Longo. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kid, nice job.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll move the wide receiver. Give to the back. Crosses the 35. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. It's complete to the left. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. The Dogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quick release on the RPO. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands at the game, and we'll start with the first down. Motion from the wideout. The give to the back. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Mississippi State right back to the line.
That wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Punt is on its way. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. From the gun, running back gets to give.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Takes the easy one to the back. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Handoff from the shotgun. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. After picking picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll do it himself. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. This offense hasn't been able to find the end zone with the GPS and a slide rule. Can they finally get a touchdown on 3rd and goal? So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect.
And that was an important kick here in the 4th quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kick.
And he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Gets the back moving. They'll start this drive with a pass. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Way work to do here on 2nd and long. This time it's complete. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23. Quarterback on the keeper. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Finds his man down the middle. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll get down to avoid the hit, but he might not be able to avoid this penalty flag. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his back in the middle. Going to the stiff arm to create a little breathing room as he gets it out to the 12. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Got it near midfield. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He lobs one high down the left side.
Well, Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes to grab. Offense has gained momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. So now it's second and long. He wants to throw it again. Got his man on the right. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Back to pass on second down. Got his man downfield. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And David, on third and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Gets it out quickly. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. So they see the potential tying score wiped out by the penalty, and now time is starting to be against them. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And guys, they've come through on the first 2 third down tries. This one might be a little tougher. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. TCU packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Horned Frogs Nation with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in Fort Worth. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
Mississippi State going up tempo.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The give to the tailback. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Odd choice to take the penalty there. If you just take the loss, it also costs the offense down. Instead, they'll replay it. Pulls it and fires to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Complete to the right. Tackled there by the defense. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Georgia! The defense does the work itself with a pick six. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
Lining up to add another. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. From the gun on third down. Release to the back. The sure hands, it's Coates. They'll immediately call timeout. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Creates a little space. He's loose. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Yeah, they've had a day. And it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones We were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.